Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Odyssey Leadership Conference. You are here. My name is Ashley Thomas. I am one of the conference facilitators and representative for MUCE, the Miami Urban Contemporary Experience. We've been very excited to work with Elevate Dade for the Odyssey Leadership Conference, working with 25 youth over the last 2 days to talk about leadership, experience, moving out, using your voices, planting visions for your seeds, for your life and yourself, and getting into what it means to be a great leader in the 21st century. Thank you for joining us here today. And just give me a second. I want to make sure my mic is on so that you guys can hear everything I'm saying. So it's looking good on my end. So we appreciate you all being here. So again, my name is Ashley Thomas. We're here with Elevate Dade. And we're going to bring on two of our presenters who made the Odyssey Conference possible. If I can have Jorge Fernandez and Miss Jimena join us here in the broadcast for the Odyssey Conference.
Hey,
Hi.
Ashley.
How are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
It's been a fantastic 2 days, right?
Yes, it's been awesome. It's been fun. Thank you very much for all that.
Absolutely. So we want to go ahead and get the audience introduced to you right now. We're going to do a great show today with some of the youth who actually participated. So tell us a little bit about Elevate Dade and why you guys wanted to put together this kind of experience for your students.
Absolutely. Thank you. And first of all, we want to thank you guys, MUCE, for setting all this up as well. You guys are a big part of this and helping our movement go for all the next generation leaders. And furthermore, the Children's Trust, because without them, this wouldn't be possible either. So as far as Elevate Dade, what we like to say is to explain to everybody what our why is. Why are we doing this? Why are we volunteering our time and all that? So at one point, somebody had volunteered and given their time up for us. And what we're looking to do is pay it forward. And basically, we want to elevate, educate, and empower our next generational leaders in Miami. And by doing so, we've been trying to expose them to our current community leaders, top executives at different institutions, and obviously working with us hand in hand just to let them know what our best practices are, explaining what the importance of relationship building is and leadership skills. So with different focus sessions that we worked on and with programs like you guys, I think we have knocked it out of the park, and we appreciate that. And we appreciate all the participants for their cooperation, their participation, and we look forward to continue doing this for many, many years.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for partners and organizations like you making sure that our youth have these kind of experiences. So leadership is always such an abstract concept. And it was so amazing to watch the students work through these abstract conference and make them very concrete and tangible for themselves. So thank you, Jorge. I want to say if Jimena's there, she can come on as well. Please join and watch the show from the Facebook or YouTube Live.
Absolutely.
We're very, very happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'll be signing off and joining there.
All right, perfect. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Ashley. Thank you so much for having me.
Great. So we just wanted to give you an opportunity if you wanted to say anything else. Jorge gave us a rundown about Elevate Dade. Before we get into the show, before we get into our showcase with our youth and our performers, if you wanted to go ahead and let the audience know anything else, how they can find Elevate Dade, on any social media platforms, or how they can support the organization.
Definitely. No, Ashley, first of all, I want to thank you and the entire MUCE team because these 2 days, they have been absolutely amazing. I personally have felt very jealous that I didn't have my care box. It was very, I've been working and just listening, and it's been absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the Trust, for the Children's Trust, for making this absolutely possible. So we really appreciate, Elevate Dade appreciates making sure that the students have access to this kind of work. All right, so we'll see you at the show. So make sure you hit the Facebook Live, the YouTube Live, and watch the show publicly.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Ooh, we're going to get into it right now. You are at the Odyssey Leadership Conference Showcase. So for the last 2 days, our students have learned different skills through creative expression. So you go, leadership is such an abstract concept, as we were talking with Jorge. And so how do we make sure our leaders are equipped with the next level of skills and tools to be the best leaders that they can be? They're faced with the new challenges all the time, and it's going to require them to have creativity. One of the things we talked about is utilizing your creativity in the most powerful way possible. And that means showing up and writing, showing up and using your voice, showing up and understanding how your food affects your mood, how planning and environmental justice means something for the generations after you. And when I tell you these students like rocked it out the park, there were great conversations in between us. And right now we're going to get ready for a talent showcase. So we have a few of our students here with us today, along with some professional artists that we love. And I'm going to introduce them to you. You're going to get to know them a little bit more. And we're going to work with the students, talk to them, get into a show so you guys can enjoy the performances. So my first judge I would like to call up is Miss Sol the Tribu.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So I am a musician, arranger, producer. I work a lot here in Miami, but I've also toured Europe and Canada and a lot of different countries. I'm an independent artist. I'm here in my studio right now, and I'm just so happy to share with you guys any knowledge that I have, and also to see how amazing the is going to be. I didn't know I was supposed to perform, but I'm going to get ready next time for sure. So
we love it. We love it. And you know what? We'll just catch you at one of your live performances because Sol is amazing. She's so talented, so versatile, and just like far out in the universe. You will love every single song that she arranges, her performance style. It's something immaculate. So just tell us, how did you get into music before we get into other intros? How did you get into the music industry?
Well, I've been into music since I was in my mother's womb. She told me that I would dance inside the womb, and so I've been into music since then. And how did I get into the music business? I had mentors like you are, I'm sure, doing with other people that honed my talent when I was young, and I was signed when I was 19 to EMI, and from there just took off.
Love it.
That's what
love it. If you want to give, because I feel like this is a great moment when you talk about artistry and hustle. If you wanted to give our young leaders any words of advice about that leadership hustle and the quality it takes, what's one point that you would tell them when they start pursuing their artistic or professional dreams?
Be yourself. Nobody is going to be like you. So that's what is going to make you different than everybody and stand out and shine. And I obviously, like, I'm not the most famous person in the world, but I've always been very true to myself. And I think that's what makes you successful in the end. So whatever makes you happy, you know?
I love it. I love it. We've heard that over and over again throughout the conference. So I hope our students who are listening in are hearing it again and know that it's there. So I'm going to bring up our next judge who's here, and I'm saying judge, it's just going to be like a little bit of casual feedback for our performers. Miss Arsemer McCoy, let's get her on the camera. How are you doing?
Hi. Hey, Ashley. Hi, Sol.
Hello.
Excited to see you. Thank you.
So Arsemer is fantastic. She actually was a part of one of our workshops that she did with the students. And it was really, really powerful with the students. Maybe one of them will be performing their piece, or maybe I'll perform my piece today. So Arsemer, I wanted to get the audience just to know you a little bit on our show today here at the Odyssey Leadership Experience. And tell us a little bit about yourself, Arsemer. What kind of artist are you? What kind of performances you've done? How do you get in with the culture and your words?
Well, I've been writing since I was a kid. My parents always said they would always see me with some sort of notebook or something in my hands. So writing just came natural to me. I consider myself not just a spoken word artist per se, but also a performance artist, an orator, and of course, majorly a writer, creative writer, in lots of different mediums. So.
Oh, so I mean, can you kick off our show? Can you open us up with? Can you bless the mic before we go on our first student performer?
Yes. So this piece, actually, I am writing and revising for a video that will be shot by Terrence Price, who is an amazing, I guess you could say, documentarian, photographer, videographer. So, yes, this is that piece that will be presented, and it's called A Poem for My Black Baby. My baby dances like no one is watching. Throws her head back and puts her hands up in front of her, kicks her legs up, stomps her feet, and lets go of all her inhibitions. To the wind, she throws them. When my baby moves, time bends to her will. It follows her twirl and gathers itself in the wind she creates when her hips swirl. Black baby dance. Black baby smile. Seeing black baby joy forces you to realize how blessed you are beyond measure. My beautiful brown baby, you are a treasure. My little mama hugs my neck and says I'm amazing. Calms me with her laughter. Her giggles gallop around my mind and steady my pulse when my heart starts racing. She be breathtaking. Black babies are a blessing in a world that tells them they are lesser than. Like if they could, they wouldn't climb into your skin. Claim your effortlessness and frolic in the energy your ancestry adorns you with. In a world that dares tell her she's not amazing, I tell my queen to just keep dancing. Prance on these white nationalists, dog whistle racism and the politics, juke all over this administration through your gyrating. Let them know the revolution is coming, just be patient. Shake the pale hands off your locks that sweep over your back. Show them why a black baby that loves themselves is the biggest threat. Show them why you love being black. My caramel mocha child, the Orishas move through you. They tell the story of our origins, how we got over and made it through. My girl, you make your forefathers proud. There is no higher honor than raising you. I knew I was a God when I delivered you from my womb. You are the truth and the proof that I can do all things through black that strengthens me. Now dance, you brilliant, bright black star. Just dance for me.
Woo! Come on now. I am giving you snaps up there.
Thank you.
All the way.
My daughter, Yahaley.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for logging in and joining us at the show. That was beautiful, Awesomer. That's right. You're coming through with the pieces. Beautiful, and I think just so timely and relevant with what's happening right now in society. So your workshop today spoke to that as well, your voice as a revolutionary tool, and just bringing joy and confidence and beauty in our youth. That was a beautiful poem. I'm excited for you to now hear some of our students.
I am too.
So I'm going to bring up our first student, and all the students aren't performing. A few are performing, but they get an opportunity to win a cash prize today. So you and Sol will go ahead and select two of our winners, and I might select one as well for us to just, give them a shout out for the work that they're doing. So let's bring up our first performer, Miss Elise Thomas.
Hi.
Hi, Elise. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It's fantastic to see you here in the performance space. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? What school you go to? What's one of the things that you really enjoyed about the conference and one of your favorite hobbies?
Well, my name is Elise Thomas. I'm 17 years old and a senior at the School for Advanced Studies Wolfson. I'm really passionate about public policy and government and also creative writing. And this leadership conference has been amazing. I've loved meeting with other youth my age and also being able to experiment with poetry and art and gardening. So it's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. We're so happy to have you here. And tell us, what are you going to be performing today?
So I wrote this poem for Sky Soft Brown Boys back in July, and I thought I would share it with all of you. It's based off of Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye, so I'll just get into it.
All right.
For Sky Soft Brown Boys. I know a boy whose sky soft brown. Toni Morrison, The Bluest Eye. Sky soft brown boys don't melt into seasons, they stutter into them. Shoes scuffing summer as they trip backwards into fall. Like leaves, they change color, first black, then purple, then blue, a bruise growing on the pavement they float above. Here, black boys are angels made holy by a brown sky. Watch them stare through you with their gaping pothole eyes. On New Year's, boys, sky soft and brown, watch fireworks wound the air like a bullet. They crush ice below their feet and call it dancing, call it music. We pretend we're not staring, but we are, and they notice. They snowball down the sidewalk, turn winter to ash, wake up in the morning, sweating a pool of snowflakes. In spring, black skin peels off of bone and falls all around us like rain. We strip naked and stick our tongues out. Nothing is as sweet as a boy that blooms. Nothing will ever be this holy. Press your hands together in prayer and thank them for this. Sleep now in their Afro garden. Tomorrow we'll entangle ourselves from a black boy on our way out. Don't call them missing. They are still here slicing oranges into smiles, tangy and spilling with pulp. The boys drift on popsicle stick wings into the sticky brown sky. Don't be afraid when the sun reaches down into them and licks their bones clean of darkness, their shoelaces stringing through the clouds. This time, they do not fall. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful, amazing. All our guests who are here, that's right. Oh, that was beautiful. So I'm bringing our judges back here so they can actually ask you some questions about your piece and, get a little bit more texture. That was amazing. Let's start with, or Sol and Arsimer. Just let us know what stood out for you, what touched you, and please ask at least any questions that come up for you.
I'm a big, I love details. I love imagery. I love when a poet can put me right in the place of where they are trying to describe. And you did that. I could see myself watching the scene, seeing everything go down. And you gave also cultural images that are embedded in us, the shoestrings on the power line. Dance, like these certain archetypal things that are to our culture specifically that we understand and we know. So I think you executed that piece brilliantly.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So how about you? I know we're having a little bit of internet interception there, but if you can hear me, do you have any feedback for Elise or any questions? Tell us what you think about the piece.
I think that this is a very this piece that she chose is a very mature piece. So I think that it speaks a lot that she even knows about this writer, because this writer I just discovered maybe a few years ago, and it's a
all right. I know she was good. Great job, Elise.
And I think it's amazing that you're already into that and you're so mature for your.
So this is what I said. So it's like one of those things, because you're breaking up a little, but I heard you mostly. Like, this is the generation that, if you are feeling hopeless out there, we're here to tell you, based on what we experienced, based on what you just saw right now, that you should be hopeful. Like, we are going to definitely have a bright future if these are the students who are leading the way. So thank you so much for that performance, Elise. We are going to bring on our next performer for the Elevate Dade Odyssey Leadership. Arsimer, wasn't that dope?
Man.
Right?
Girl.
Come on now. Come on.
She came through.
Bringing the Tony. We got the future Toni Morrisons on here. Right? We have some more creative voices who are here with us today, who finished the conference and they're finishing up today. I want to bring on our next guest, Miss Natavia. Let's get Natavia on here.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm getting you.
Yeah. So one of the things we talked about was, getting on the court. And I keep saying Natavia, right?
It's Natavia.
Natavia. Natavia is on the court. She's in and she's like, well, I'm a little shy, but I'm pushing myself, and that's what a phenomenal leader does. They push themselves. So Natavia, tell us a little bit about who you are, what school you go to, how old are you, and what was one of your favorite hobbies and one of the, favorite moments of the leadership conference this far.
Okay, my name is Natavia Hooks. I'm 17. I go to North Miami Beach Senior High School. I'm going to be a senior. Um, and throughout the whole conference, it was very powerful because I'm big on like learning different personalities. So I want to get to learn new people. So as today, when we were asking questions, I was like, I wonder, um, like how do I express myself to certain people or who am I? So that's when I wrote a poem about who am I, and I'm gonna start now.
All right, we're here. We're excited to hear it.
Um, I am who I am. Who else would I be? I won't change for you, so why change for me? I won't waste my life being someone I cannot be because I am not a fake. I'm willing to break. Get used to what you see. I'm going to be me.
I love it. Let's snap it up for Natavia. I am who I am. Let me get my judges back on here. I am who I am with Natavia. Let's give her a little bit of feedback about her poem. How'd you feel about it? Where'd it go for you?
First of all, okay, I love the confidence. Okay, sis, you don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. Like that is the way we all need. That's a big mood. Okay, that's my mood probably until I am buried in the ground. So thank you for this piece. It's a piece also that is speaking to your peers. Right now, a lot of our peers need to hear those words of confidence. They need to hear that you can be whatever you want to be, that you can move in a space however you want to, because you are valuable, you're important, and you're necessary. So I appreciate this piece so much. I think whenever I hear, older kids reading poems like this, I think about my baby. And I think about like, these are the poems that I want my baby to read and know that like, when you get older, this is the way you need to think about how you want to live your life. You don't have to be 40 years old and then realize, oh, I should probably be myself. No, you should start that right now. Right?
I love it. So Natavia, thank you. That's right. We got our Children Trust says, shout out to you, Natavia. You're amazing. The poem was great. Us being ourselves. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait. And I think one of the things that's, showing of a great leader is when you're at the age and you can say, I'm going to drown out the noise. I'm going to drown out everybody telling me that I should look a certain way or be a certain way. And I'm just going to show up as myself. What a powerful way to be in your teens, right? So we're happy that the conference is here to keep exploring those spaces. I'm going to bring up our final performer, youth performer for today. And we have Miss Edrika. Let's get Edrika on the ones and twos. Miss Edrika. We wanted to say that Elevate Dade, this conference. Hi, Edrika.
Hi, guys. The lighting looks horrible.
No. You look great. You look great. If you want to go ahead, if you can turn your camera towards that light, you can, so you can get a little bit more light on your face. Do that. So we want to say that the Odyssey Leadership Conference is with support from the Children's Trust, and this is our talent showcase. So we had great students who were a part of the conference, and we had a few who said, you know what, I'm ready as a leader. I'm ready to get up there and get out there and shine. All right, so let's bring Edrika back. If you want to follow Elevate Dade, you can go on Facebook. They're on Facebook. They're on all other social media outlets as well. And MUCE, I am Ashley Thomas. I'm one of the founders of MUCE, along with Bart Merville. We have a great team of people behind the scenes who've had such a fantastic time being able to produce this on behalf of Elevate Dade. We're an arts production company, and we bring brands and ideas to life with art. So if you can use creative expression to get your points across, how powerful can that be? Because, everything is art, right? Edrika, there we go. You're back. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
You look fantastic.
Thank you, ma'am.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, how old are you, what's one of your favorite hobbies, what you're passionate about, and what was the best part of the conference for you?
Okay, so my name is Adrika Jean Jacks. I'm 17 years old. I attend Miami Central Senior High School. Right now, I'm a senior, and I'm passionate in like meeting new people and learning new things. So I grew up very sheltered. So like being able to experience this, like meet new people, although through the computer, it's great, honestly.
Awesome. So it's like getting out there and networking, right? Just being that great leader. So tell us what you're going to be performing today.
So I didn't have time to write my own poem. So I found a poem about something I was passionate in, like, because especially with right now, this is it.
That's it for you? All right. Hit us with the title, the author of that poem, and let us hear it.
Okay, so the title of this poem is Knees on Our Necks by Amaya Burke. Okay. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. His knees on his neck. We all watch as his life slipped away from him. 8 minutes of horror. Another life to mourn. Officers fired. Okay, but that's not enough for us. Still, no charges. They're protecting these murderers. We're tired of the same results. We're tired of having to beg for our lives. I'm tired of seeing my brothers and sisters dying. They are supposed to protect and serve, but all they do is kill. Well, don't resist. Just stay calm. Just comply. No matter what we do, we're a target. Our skin will be seen as a threat. Their knees will be still on our necks. My people are tired and numb. Rioting won't help anyways. Looting won't bring him back. They don't understand that our numbness has turned into rage. Our rage keeps us going. Our rage is now our strength. Our rage set a city on fire, and together we'll watch it burn. We'll have our necks on their necks. Like Martin Luther King said, riots are the voices of the unheard.
Ooh, all right. You taking us all the way out right now. Adrika, that was very pop, right? Yeah. Yeah. We got our judges on. I'm gonna let them speak on. I'm gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna let them speak on it first.
Okay, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I had to switch my room because I had the connection so bad. I'm gonna say that is a very bold poem that you read. I would say if you're gonna recite to people, you have to rehearse a little bit more and make sure that you feel it inside of you and that you project exactly what those words are meaning. So I know that you're gonna do that the next time. But I love that poem, and I think that it's an amazing poem and it's a great choice.
Love it. Love it.
Awesome. My favorite part was when you said, but it's not enough. Like the way you said it was like, but it's not enough. Like, oh, that's you. That's your voice. So kind of piggyback on what Sol is saying, your voice is that right there. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Have that throughout the entire piece because I mean it's captivating, it's capturing, and I mean this is such a strong piece about some things that are very triggering, very emotional for people. So you got to make sure that when you deliver it's direct. You know, this ain't no light piece, this ain't no fluff piece. This is really how you're feeling and what you're seeing in your community. I love the detail. I love the quote at the end. I mean, I thought that was a great way to summarize and kind of like piece it together. Great job. Great writing.
I love it. And I want to say, like, utilizing, finding a piece that means something to you, that is the way that we express. So you found that as someone expression. And this is a leadership conference where you're learning all those tools. So shout out to our judges for giving you tools for your toolkit. You are a leader for getting up here, Drika, and making sure you were out here and ready to shine.
Yes.
So I want to thank you. And that's right. Jorge's giving you snaps right there. Okay. We're all giving you snaps. So I want to actually give ourselves, I want to make a few announcements, and then I want to give our judges a second in the chat box. You guys, I want you to go ahead and select one of the winners or the person that you would like to see win this showcase. We have 3 phenomenal performers. We believe in healthy competition. That is the world that we live in. It is a part of it. And so we have prizes for two that you select. And then one more if possible. What is yes? We have Natavia, who was here. She did the I Am Who I Am poem. We had Elise, who was inspired by Toni Morrison, Elise Thomas. And then we had Adrika, who just completed a poem that was inspired by the George Floyd incident. So I'll give you a second. I want to thank a few people while our judges go ahead and make that choice. Great job to you, Adrika, as well. So
let me just say that it's a very hard choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so and
I feel really bad picking 2 and there's only 3. Very nice.
You can defer it to me if you like to. So don't worry. Everybody's gonna win here. I can promise you that.
Okay, that's good.
Everybody's gonna win here. So it's one of those things where we want to say thank you again for. This has been such a tricky year for our students and for our youth. So we go, what happens? Quarantine happened. We're all in quarantine. We didn't know what was happening. We didn't know if the world was ever going to get back to where the world should be. We're waiting for normal. And we want to give just props to Elevate Dade with support from the Children Trust for saying, you know what, our students still deserve as much care as we can possibly give them, even if it has to be virtual. And so thank you all for believing and trusting, myself and our team with the vision of bringing the Odyssey Leadership Conference to life. The students have been working with creative expression for the last 2 days, a 2-day retreat. They've been meeting new people, amazing speakers from lawyers to doctors to entrepreneurs, writers, activists, gardeners, so that they could really understand how do we make leadership a tangible goal? How do we start to feel things in our body when we're playing, under time limits and under time restrictions, and apply that to our life? And they've been absolutely able to do that. And so we're going to give a shout out to all of the students who completed. And we just want to say that we had 3 students who stood up and were courageous enough to say, hey, we're going to get out there and perform, and we're going to showcase ourselves to the public. And so we're going with, all three of you, Elise, Natavia, and Adrika, will be getting our $50 cash prize for the showcase. So I want to thank my judges for being on today. Thank you for giving them feedback on their work. Thank you to our students who participated in the talent showcase. You guys can give them snaps and a shout out and a congratulation. They are all winners, are all creative, and they all showed up as leaders today. And because of that, they're getting that prize. Let's bring all 3 of our contestants on, please. All 3 of our showcase attendees. Woo. Yes, Elise's piece was an original. But Elise, was your piece an original?
Yeah, it was.
It was an original. Can you tell us the title of it again?
4 Sky Soft Brown Boys.
4 Sky Soft. And if you, I would love to see that on a blog site or published, if you're ready to do that. It's a very, very powerful piece, and you definitely have a career in writing. Natavia, that was an original piece, yes? Oh, we lost her. I think she went off, but I want to say it was lyrical for Elise, definitely lyrical. And Adrika, we know that your piece was inspired by another. So you go, it was very performative, and you're going to bring that performative space out there. If you guys want to give a shout out to your cohort or say anything to anyone at the Elevate Dade team, now is an opportunity for you to say hello, say goodbye, say farewell, and get ready for the school year. I'm going to start with Adrika. Do you have any last words?
Yes. I just want to shout out everybody from Elevate Dade. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be doing anything. I would be on TikTok just scrolling. So thank y'all. I really appreciate it. And I also want to thank you because, I don't know, you were so kind. And you just communicate well with people. And I just liked how you did it. And you wouldn't leave nobody left out. You make sure everybody feel like right at home. So I want to thank you.
Thank you, Adrika. Thank you. Sky Soft Brown Boys. I like it, from the Toni Morrison. Elise, you have any last words for us before we go ahead and call it?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all so much. This leadership conference has been really amazing and inspiring, and I'm super excited to pick up new passions and hobbies of gardening and painting. And I've learned a lot about leadership and how it's intersectional. And you're not solely a leader in an office space. You can be a leader in a club, in your community. The list goes on.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for being here. And Natavia, we're doing our final words. What I said was that your poem was so lyrical, so I can see it as that in that lyrical space, so that was very powerful. I'm going to go ahead and let you give us some final words before we end our show.
I just want to say thanks for the experience. I really truly appreciate it, and I enjoyed myself. And I got to know a lot of different people, and they have really good personalities. I hope to see and work with you guys in the future. That's it.
I love it. And if we bring our judges on, yes, our judges, Ms. Arsimer, if you have some final words for leaders, period. Like leaders, where do we need to go? Where should our youth be heading? Like, what is that one moment, that aha moment you want to share with them?
For me, a quote that has always stuck with me, it's love is the higher law. Love is the higher law. A leader leads in love. That is what they always lead with. You may not understand certain people, you may not even agree, but if you lead with love, you will always have the community and the foundation that you need to make the solutions. So always lead with love if you are going to be a leader.
I love it. I love it. Sol, do you have some final words for us?
Well, I'll go off of the lead with love because I really like that quote, and I'll say lead with example.
I love it. Lead.
Yeah, you want the people that are following you to be like doing what you do, so you want to make sure that you're leading with example and make sure you're doing the right thing. So I just want to say I loved all of your performances. They were amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. That was so cool. Thank you for having me be a part of this. I never expected this forum like this. This is so cool.
It is, right? So that's the thing, right? We talk about being great leaders. We also learn how to pivot. So that's what I'm going to leave you all with. You all are already showing that you're courageous and that you're ready for the call and that you're willing to get on the court no matter how you feel. And that's so important, right? You're showing up no matter how you feel. So my thing is like learning how to pivot. Life doesn't end because it doesn't sail the way you think it should. You find a way, you shift those sails, and you make it work for you. Thank you all for being here. We have our winners of the showcase, Ms. Adrika, Natavia, and Elise. We will be sending you guys $50 cash prize through Elevate Dade with support from Children's Trust. So you guys got some more lunch money.
That's good candy money.
That's right. Don't spend it on candy now. Put it in the savings account. We talked about that.
Leading with example. That's right.
Leading by example. You go ahead and take care of that. Thank you again. This has been the Odyssey Leadership Conference presented by Elevate Dade with support from the Children's Trust. We had an amazing 2 days together, and we are looking forward to watching you all grow. You can follow Elevate Dade on all social platforms at Elevate Dade, as well as the Children's Trust. And then also check out MUCE, MUCE 305. We're in Little Haiti. We're located there. Again, arts and culture is our thing, and we're so happy that so many organizations understand the beauty and power of the arts. So let's keep creating, y'all. Let's keep leading. Everyone have a great, great rest of your